The very first year I came here, Bill Telepan was one of a bunch of chefs that would show up in the morning at my stand, and we were the very early years we were very disorganized. We couldn't figure out how to organize all those different varieties of tomatoes. So the chefs organized them themselves. They just hopped in the truck, they took an empty flat, and they made these mixtures. It's kind of like the mixtures I make now, but they made them themselves. So they were the first ones to do that. And Bill was one of those chefs. He worked for Restaurant Danielle, and he worked for Alfred Portali at Gotham Bar and Grill. If I wanted a short order cook in my kitchen, it would be someone like Bill Telepan. I'd be like, Bill, man, I need someone to make me eggs. I need omelets. I need pancakes. The kids need to get out. They need to get to school early. They don't need all that fluff. Here we are at Telepan, one of my all-time favorite chefs. Guy I've known for a long time. Good friend, an amazing chef.
Hey Tim, how are you?
Hey Bill, how's it going, man?
Just in time. Look at these.
We're getting
So good.
Hey man, these are you're eating all the profits.
I know, sorry.
Bill used to make these up in the back of my truck, actually, in the very first years when I first started farming.
Yeah, those were the days.
He would make these up. He'd just take an empty box like this and hop them back to the truck and make up whatever he wanted.
These are, your beefsteaks have been beautiful this year, so I'm really excited because I'm going to make a sort of a late harvest Telepan tomato rice soup. With it that's warm, with some yogurt mixed into it to lighten it up a little.
I could use that. It's cold out. I have to wear long sleeves today.
So come here, Tim. I'm going to show you how to. I'm going to need these tomatoes prepped. We're going to.
Really? I get to help you with this?
You get to help me.
Cool.
So you're going to.
You got a dull knife, I hope.
No, I got you a nice sharp one because the dull ones, I don't want you to hurt yourself. So we're going to just take the core out. For this, we're going to use everything because we're going to end up straining it later.
Okay.
And you just cut them up into large chunks like this. What I started already behind you. Go ahead, man. Come on.
Okay.
I need about like several of these.
Okay.
We're gonna start burning off. Be careful, don't cut yourself. So what we did was start some onion and garlic, and we're gonna add some of these fresh tomatoes you brought us, and we're gonna cook them until they're soft. But you know, they could just cut them into large chunks. You know, like sometimes you do the whole peeling, seeding thing, but since we're gonna puree this, and I'm gonna and possibly strain it, and you don't have to strain it. That looks good. So that's good enough. So we're gonna just take all of these tomatoes, and we're gonna throw it into the pot here, as I'll show you. Got a little color on it for some flavor.
Yeah.
You hear that? And it's like you're making a tomato sauce almost. And what I have in here again is we have just some onion, garlic, and some olive oil. Cooking, you want to sweat that out till it's really nice, a little golden color on it. And then we're gonna add the tomatoes to it. And we're just gonna cook those until they're soft. And you're gonna add some vegetable stock to it. You could add chicken stock, or you can just add water. Like I'm sure you don't have a lot of vegetable stock. You might have a lot of vegetable stock.
We got a lot of celery and celeriac
I should really teach you how to make a good vegetable stock, because you could have that and maybe sell it.
We got a lot of vegetables. I'm gonna throw in the compost heap.
So come here, because I got a finished product here.
Vegetable stock. Oh wow.
We used a blender to puree it with, and if you have a food processor, it'll come out a little chunkier.
Wow.
And then what we're gonna do to it, we're gonna add some of the yogurt to it to lighten it up a little. So probably for this recipe, see how it works. See, it comes out nice. You'll see the nice difference. And what the yogurt will do, it'll lighten it up, like I said, and it'll give it a good tang to it. How's that?
Oh wow, the yogurt,
really
that works great with the yogurt.
You feel that?
The acid, it cuts the acid of that tomato.
It cuts the acid.
That's the best. That's like the best. I never really liked tomato soup all that, but that's really good. That's tasty, man.
And to add that nice grandma touch to it.
Wow.
You gotta have rice, right?
And rice. Oh, okay.
See, this is what really puts it over the edge for me. What's really great in this too is that if you have some red peppers, like you grow those Hungarian peppers, and you could just throw those in there.
Can I garnish it with a couple? Oh, you got garnish it with dill?
Yeah, go grab those little tomatoes. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, pick those stems off.
Take the stems off. I can do that too. You know, even my 2-year. This is the first thing my child learned to do on the farm is pull these stems out. She pull them out like that, but then she popped them into her mouth. You know, but
just throw them in.
Okay, so now I see what kind of a. Do I make
a little dill? You want to make a happy face for your daughters?
I'm not gonna make a happy face. I'm eating this, so.
Then you mix it all up.
Oh, so much fun.
And look at that. You get that. What's great about adding the tomatoes to it too is you get that nice burst of.
Yeah, well, these are intense. I mean, this is very intensely tomatoey because he cooked the tomatoes down some, and then this tomato too. This little wild Mex. It's a wild thing. It's wild, so you know, it's like a wild berry. Very intensely tomatoey. So let's see.
You remember that one year I
Wow,
did that one
good.
fish dish and I said to you I just need trays of wild Mexicans, and Tim hair wasn't as nice as it is right now. It
Did I
looked
bring
more
them?
like
I
this.
bring the wild Mexicans, right?
So for 3 weeks I had you bring those wild Mex for me, but it was perfect. So it's a good seller.
Just from picking those wild Mex. You know how long it takes to pick those things? Hey, this is excellent. The dill,
You can throw a little basil in there.
and it's perfect for a day like today because it's cold. It's the end of the tomato season.
Yeah.
It's a totally new use for tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'm totally surprised. I wasn't expecting
And the
it.
yogurt's nice in it because, like I said, you know, it brings out, the tomatoes are so sweet, gives it a little tang to it. That's nice.
And I feel good knowing that
lengthens
it's
it.
yogurt and not sour cream. It's a little bit,
Well,
it's a little
you know,
better for
my grandmother might be turning in her grave, but at least her grandson's a little healthier. So a Greek yogurt works best for it because it's a little thicker, unsweetened would be fine. Just like our brand from Stonyfield here, which is new and organic. But for the most part, you want like a really thick yogurt because if you had a thinner yogurt, it would thin out the soup. The thicker yogurt would really make it nice. This is the Telepan tomato rice soup. It's all gone.
Hey, thanks. This
Thanks
has been
a lot,
great,
buddy.
man.
It's great seeing you
All
as
right,
always.
right.
So. Everyone say bye, Tim. Get out of here. You're in the way. Hello.